So you might be wondering, what can you do on a 250 square meter or on a 500 square meter land here in Abijo, Lagos? Today, I'll be taking you to plots that have been allocated already, and our engineer on site will analyze and show you structures and different things you can do with a 250 square meter land here in Eastland Golf Estate or a 500 square meter land. Now let's go right into Eastland Golf Estate as I give you this wonderful experience of seeing how you can maximize your land investment here in Eastland Golf Estate.
Now we are here with Engineer Gabriel, and he's going to take us around the site and tell us most of those things we should know about and most of those things you should know about, because you've been asking us questions about this, and he's here to basically answer those questions for us. So, what do you think people need to do when they need to basically start working on their land once they buy it?
Okay, first of all is to sand fill. First thing, because it's a wet soil, and you know wet soil, you need to stabilize the soil. Now, another thing to also note is that wet soil is not as if it's a perfect soil to build, because you have the tendency of reinforcing the land naturally on your own. Now, so you start with the soil test. After sand filling, you do the soil test. Upon completion of your soil test will establish the kind of foundation that should be done. For me, I love pile foundation. I prefer pile foundation on a swampy soil, because sometimes swampy soil is always very trickish. Sometimes the water level is low, you see it very dry, and when the water comes, when the rain comes, you see it giving out that water, especially when the water level is high. So I prefer a pile foundation. A soil test will establish how deep that foundation should go, at least to establish where the black soil is. And for you to get a perfect foundation, you have to go below the black soil.
That makes a lot of sense.
Interesting. So what do you think a client can build on a 250 square meter land or on a 500 square meter land?
Okay, you can build any kind of house type on a 250 square meter. For instance,
can you show us a practical example on a 250 square meter?
Now, on a 250 square meter, for us, we had to rearrange the land in such a way that we can accommodate more space. And people will expect us to have a kind of, should I say, rectangular line, horizontal kind of land. And when you have a horizontal kind of land, you might not have enough airspace around, because you need to do some setback. You also need to enable people walk around the house. For us, we have more like a vertical kind of land. So your 250, if you want to build on the 250, you can do a 4-bedroom duplex on the 250 and have fully detached 4-bedroom duplex and 2 car spaces.
Wow.
With even a garden by the side.
With a garden?
Yeah, with a little garden by the side. Now, you have 3 meter setback. You have some setback at the back so that people can move around, so that you can also have good airspace around. Then you have maybe you have your 1-bedroom down, you have your kitchen and your living room and a visitor's toilet. Then you introduce a staircase that leads to 3 rooms on the first slab level. You have 3 rooms and a foyer.
How many floors?
Just a floor, a duplex, just a floor.
Standard duplex.
Standard duplex, where you have your living room, you have your kitchen, you have 1 room. You could also have a pantry, like a store. Then your visitor's toilet. Introduce a staircase. Then you have your 3 rooms up there. You could also have a foyer where you can stand and see whatever is in your living room.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Amazing. Interesting. So for instance, right now, let's say someone gets a land like today, like how fast can they basically be allocated?
Okay, for us, we're trying to see how we can drive in even development.
Wow.
So the subscriber can get the land as soon as possible, as in, ASP. Okay. If you look around, you discover a whole lot of things are going on. Okay. It's more like a site and service land. Sure. Because you always have the presence of your developer. If you look, you see a lot of building already coming up. Those are apartment section. And for us to command, for the land section, the green area to command value, then people have to come and start building. Yes, so you can give the land more value. So as soon as you, if you're doing an instrumental payment, maybe say 1 year instrumental payment, upon completion of that package, or that payment package, we send you a questionnaire where you're expected to tell us the kind of house type you intend to build. Not also to forget in a hurry, the estate is well planned. You have sections for all kinds of house type. So you're covered if you have a dream of having a duplex or a townhouse. You're covered if you have a dream of also having a bungalow. You're also covered. We have sections for all kinds of house type.
I mean, you can basically build anything.
You can build. There's no restrictions to the kind of house type. So once you're done with your payment, we'll send you a questionnaire where you're expected to tell us the kind of house type and when you want to mobilize to site. We'll give you 60 days to mobilize to site to come and start building, because we're trying to see how we can drive in even development. If you look around, two people have done sand filling. Soil tests have been conducted, especially on block plot 03. At the other end, soil tests have been conducted, and you will also see the kind of house type the person intends to build, terraces and townhouses. So we allocate as soon as possible so that people can move into site and so that the land can also command value.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Gabriel. We'll come back again for another update.
We appreciate this update. Thank you very much, Engineer Gabriel. So you heard from the horse's mouth. Engineer Gabriel technically told us everything that you can do on your 250 square meter land here in Eastland Golf Estate, Abijo, Lagos. So you can build a fully detached 4-bedroom duplex with 2 car parks and 1 garden. How cool is that? So what are you waiting for? How about you pick up that phone and call me? Let's secure a plot of land for you in this fast-selling estate before it is sold out. And I will be glad to bring you down here for inspection.